Okay, here we are. It's Sunday, December 18th, and we're on the way to the Security Council of the United Nations, 1 block from here, for a meeting on Aleppo, where a French drafted resolution about humanitarian access for Aleppo will be the subject of closed-door consultations. On Friday evening, as we broadcast via Periscope from a, I have to say, I thought disgusting, I'll say it again, event on Wall Street honoring Ban Ki-moon with an incredibly expensive Italian sports car in front with a velvet rope. As we broadcast, I'll call them UN thugs, in tuxedos, appropriately enough, emerged, grabbed Inner City Press's camera phone that was broadcasting and threw it in the air a good 20 or 30 feet to stop it from broadcasting. Now we've gone through a number of steps since then, but it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. And what we can say and have reported is that the head of public information for the UN, Christina Gayach, who is responsible for throwing Inner City Press out for trying to cover a meeting in the UN press briefing room by this same hosting group, which took money from the Englap saying the bribery suspect, is viewed this. Now, one would think this would be to see who's engaged in actual, physical, literal censorship. You'll already see people going in. This is a rare, or increasingly not rare, Sunday meeting of the UN Security Council. This time on Aleppo. I think facts, of course, the facts on the ground are always more important than the pieces of paper in this building, but we do cover this building, and so we're going in. Okay, here we go. We're going to get some comments here.
We need to have a serious discussion about it, because I do feel that we have similar goals as far as the humanitarian situation is concerned in and around Aleppo and Syria. But we need to discuss how those goals could be more effectively addressed. Yesterday I had a long meeting with Ambassador Aleppo and the French Security Council team, and I explained to them some serious problems we're having with their draft. And they did make some corrections, but those are secondary corrections. And unfortunately, the core problem remains there. We believe, quite simply, that what they are proposing is unworkable and dangerous. It's an extremely dangerous and volatile situation. And of course, there is a new element now, those two towns which have not been evacuated. So we continue to believe that evacuation should proceed. We were the ones who were arguing, have been arguing for a long time about the need for civilians to be evacuated. We have been trying to arrange humanitarian corridors out of eastern Aleppo. We supported the Mistura plan, which was rejected by the opposition and their supporters. France is among those supporters and some other well-known countries. So we have been working very heavily on the aspect of the civilian population of eastern Aleppo, and today we have very specific ideas. So if it's not a matter of vanity, then we could have good proposals adopted today by the Security Council.
Ambassador, what are your ideas?
To start consultations on our draft resolution, and our objective is to have a vote immediately following the consultation.
The Russians talk often about fake news. This is a way of ensuring that there are impartial observers, and there's no possible reason to object to that unless you're worried about what they can find.
Have you seen the photos of Foua Kefraya, the buses that were burned? The UK ambassador saying essentially the same. Inner City Press asked, all the questions were going one way, asked about the buses, pictures of the buses meant to evacuate people from Foua Kefraya that were burned. And was the UK answer, to put it diplomatically, was that they've seen them, but that in no way justifies, which of course wasn't the question, but they've seen them, so we're going to pursue that line. And we're going to put some of this online. Bye. Looks like it's not happening. As the ambassadors stream out the long-expected vote on the Aleppo resolution, the French ambassador, on his way in, insisted that there would be a vote, but it appears not to be the case. There goes the ambassador of Palau. He's pulling out. Egypt split at the side. There's sure to be some denunciation statements. at the stakeout.
Sorry, but we need a little more clarity on this. If it's not...
Let me say something first, if I could. I don't know where my French colleague began or ended, but we have seen not only the pattern of bombardment and savagery in the siege of our capital, but also many reports of people being pulled off buses and disappeared, whether into conscription or into torture chambers or killed outright. We don't know because we're not in there. The UN has made very clear over many days that they are prepared to conduct monitoring, to be on those buses, to be with their own eyes monitoring what is happening. Is that a panacea? No. But could it deter some of the worst excesses? Yes. And that is why our French colleagues and others of us who supported them on this resolution brought forward a text to get UN monitors in there. We have just had, if you tell me, 3 hours and 20 minutes of negotiations on those texts. We think the text that is left standing is one that includes all of the core provisions to allow for UN monitoring, to get the 100+ UN people who are ready to go to team up with the International Committee on the Red Cross, the Syrian Red Crescent, all people who are willing to be part of this humanitarian act. And we are hoping to vote this resolution tomorrow at 9 a.m. Do not let the length of the negotiation deceive you. Again, the text contains all of the elements for safe, secure, dignified evacuation, for humanitarian access into those who choose to remain in eastern Aleppo, and a real emphasis on protection, which is all of what has been missing in Syria throughout the life of this conflict.
Ambassador, will these observers...
Given our experience with so many Russian vetoes up to this point, you can't have confidence, but I will say that we worked very constructively together with the representative of the Russian Federation on the text, and so I can't speak for how his system works, but we expect to vote unanimously for this text tomorrow night.
Ambassador, will these international observers need Syrian government permission to function, or will they have to coordinate with Syrian government authorities?
The text requests the Secretary General to get the monitors in. Inevitably, when you're in a war zone, there are a number of elements who are on the ground who need to be engaged. That was true of the French text. That's true of the text now with a few modifications, so nothing has changed on that.
Let me say, remains unclear. We'll be here at 9 o'clock. Definitely doesn't sound like they have a full commitment that there will not be a veto. And I'm cynic that I am. I'm going to say that they're going to come in, and again, Russia's going to dangle the carrot, and they're going to keep negotiating until things on the ground go the way that they want them to. But honestly, I think that Foua Kefraya should be a part of it. Buses that we're going to evacuate, long besieged by rebels / extremists, buses were torched. So throw it in there. Anyway, that's that. And I think we're going to make a short film and do an update, and that'll be that. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the definition. The UN at best is bureaucracy. At worst, actually, the UN kills people, as in Haiti, where it brought cholera and killed 10,000 people, didn't pay a penny. But I distinguish between the Secretariat, which did that, which also has no commitment to freedom of the press, quite corrupt in terms of the top guy giving out jobs. This is the Security Council. I mean, what can you do? It's not, you say the UN, but it's this is the way it was built after World War II. 5 countries with vetoes, So it's a different form of failure. It's both failure, but the failure of the Secretariat, I believe, is worse because they take your money and hire their relatives. They take your money and kill people in Haiti. These guys just have a kind of a dysfunctional poker game going on, and that's a shame. On Friday evening, as we broadcast via Periscope from I have to say, I thought disgusting, I'll say it again, event on Wall Street honoring Ban Ki-moon with an incredibly expensive Italian sports car in front with a velvet rope. As we broadcast, I'll call them UN thugs, in tuxedos, appropriately enough, emerged, grabbed Inner City Press's camera phone that was broadcasting, and threw it in the air a good 20 or 30 feet to stop it from broadcasting. Now we've gone through a number of steps since then, but it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. And what we can say and have reported is that the head of public information for the UN, Christina Gayach, who is responsible for throwing Intercity Press out for trying to cover a meeting in the UN press briefing room by this same hosting group, which took money from the Englap saying the bribery suspect, is viewed this. Now, one would think this would be to see who's engaged in actual, physical, literal censorship.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm a journalist. I actually ask questions. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do for Aleppo? What do you do for Yemen?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what do I do? What do you do? What do you do? Oh, yeah. Please. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you do. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I will check the internet. I will check the internet. Ban Ki-moon has sold Myanmar. In front of the UN event, the $1,200 UN humanitarian event with I guess it's a Lamborghini, some called it a Maserati. In any case, it's a display of pure excess. The Deputy Secretary General came over and said it's a cold hand, which it is. But we have a question. Why did Ban Ki-moon do nothing for the Myanmar Rohingya as they got slaughtered in their thousands? Why, in fact, does he have relatives doing business in Myanmar in a war zone using the UN's name? The brother's name is Ban Ki-ho. The company is KD Power, also Bosung Power Tech, and it does business in Myanmar using the UN's name. What's up?
Oh my God.
The UN needs your money. Why? Because they need an even faster car. This is not good enough for Ban Ki-moon. This is for Ban Ki-moon's relatives.
And that rifle? This is for the rifle? This is crazy.
It could be yours. It could be yours, Ambassador Mansour. That's the ambassador of Palestine, the permanent observer, of the Observer State of Palestine, Riyad Mansour. Yep, it's true. He might be called up on stage. He's done it previously, made some jokes. Now, we have at least one, actually, the viewers of the previous Periscope will have heard it. We've had some offers to send information out, and to be quite candid, when we hit rock bottom, that is, I see rock solid bottom, we'll soon find us in this very atrium, which is a great place. We used to actually do some work out of there during Occupy Wall Street. These have a lot more police down here than now. Now, the crime is right out in the open. See, the UN has immunity. The UN could actually kill people and nothing happens to them. They killed 10,000 people in Haiti. Now, most people, if you kill 10,000 people, you might have some trouble. But if you're the UN, you're immune. You throw the legal papers on the ground. You don't show up in court.
There's a no human rights symbol. No human rights symbol.
It's very... All right.
Richest symbol.
Yeah.
Just the top 1% in USA.
Ban Ki-moon is in the 1%. Ah, there we go. It's Turkin. This could be yours. This car has Aleppo written all over it. That's the joke. Okay, so that's the last. That may be the last of the P5. We've seen the UK ambassador has arrived. Turkin has arrived. I don't know if France. I didn't see France arrive. Delattre. We have not seen it. He's been honored.
UN should send the 700 horse to Aleppo. Save the life.
Well, they can get there fast.
Horses should learn.
Yeah, if they actually if they actually reach the decision of the political will, they can certainly get there fast. It's like Back to the Future. Ban Ki-moon will get in it. The wings will go up, and they can fly back to Aleppo 6 years ago. A beautiful city.
700 horsepower must fly to Aleppo. Save the children.
Good one. I'm going to go in there and probably write a story once I warm up.
Where are you going?
Open season over here. We might even get a soup.
We should take the dinner.
No, I'm going to stay close because we will stay in here. I think I did this once before.
Too cold.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit chilly. This is an atrium. Don't worry, it's a nice place.
Are you Inner City Press?
I am Inner City Press.
I hope so. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a contact information?
I do. I should have a card, although I may be running out of them. Hang on a sec. Actually, if you just go to innercitypress.com, you can find everything.
It's you and it's,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you send it, I'll get it, and I'll answer it.
You will answer?
I will definitely answer. And you got a journalist thrown out into the street.
You have to fucking go home.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, we're so tired of you.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm a journalist. I actually ask questions. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do for Aleppo? What do you do for Yemen?
Oh yeah. Oh, what do I do? What do you do? What do you do? Oh yeah, please. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure you do. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I will check the internet. I will check the internet. Ban Ki-moon has sold Myanmar.
Right here.
Stole my phone and threw it.
How have you managed to stay out here the whole time?
I did some jumping jacks.
You're a pretty amazing guy, man. Dude, really.
Thanks
All my respect, really.
Thanks a lot. Well, I cover the UN. You have to do it.
I know you do.
You got to do what you.
Look, I've been here 4 years.
I can't believe the guy did that.
That's bullshit. That was ridiculous. I can't believe you did that. Did you get some good interviews today?
I did. I really.
Yeah,
I did. All right. All right.
We have spent much time together in this room, in the halls of this building and around the world over the last 10 years. You are part of the United Nations family, and I thank you for your strong commitment and working together and working for the United Nations. More than that, you have an important job to do, informing the world about our work, when we make progress and when we fall short. I deeply believe in your mission. I've been saying that you are connecting the world, connector between the United Nations and the world, the world's people. And at a time when governments across the world are harassing journalists and cracking down on press freedom, I have worked hard to be your ally and defender.
No, that's what you say. It's great. Yeah, please. When's the last time you did any journalism? American taxpayers are paying for an organization which insults Detroit. Inner City Press was thrown in the street for asking questions about UN corruption.
You have to fucking go home.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, we're so tired of you.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm a journalist. I actually ask questions. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do for Aleppo? What do you do for Yemen?
Oh yeah. Oh, what do I do? What do you do? What do you do? Oh yeah, please. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure you do. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I will check the internet. I will check the internet. Ban Ki-moon has sold Myanmar.